Good evening, everyone. So this is a really special time when the Lakeside Chamber always gets to honor its Citizen of the Year. It's the Harry J. Spence Citizen of the Year Award. Harry J. Spence, long time ago, it was probably before I was around, was the first Citizen of the Year of Lakeside, and this was named after him. He was somebody who never took no for an answer, moved the ball forward, and got things done. He was a true patriot, and he just did a great job for Lakeside. He really loved this town. So with that, I'm going to name our Citizen of the Year. And our Citizen of the Year this year is Mr. Sam Walker. If you hear me refer to him as Mr. Walker, it's because he was my high school agriculture teacher. So sometimes I get a little confused. So Sam has a long family history in Lakeside. He was raised on the Walker Dairy Farm, founded in 1926 along the Lakeside Santee border. Sam has been instrumental in developing Lakeside's youth as the El Capitan High School agriculture teacher from 1984, retiring in 2009. He continued to support the FFA program by securing 2 privately funded state-of-the-art classrooms for the El Capitan FFA, providing students with hands-on experience. Trying to be political. Well, one's a slaughtering unit.
Processing.
And then the other is heat cut and wrap. Further process. But yeah. So Sam continues to farm hundreds of acres of land for the benefit of the youth of Lakeside. Sam was instrumental in acquiring the permit for the ticket office at the rodeo grounds. He played a pivotal role in the sale of agricultural property to the school district, generating essential funds for the ticket office construction. Leveraging his connections, Sam spearheaded the development of the community's marquee, enhancing local visibility and pride. So the really bright marquee at the rodeo. His dedication is evident in the countless hours spent preparing meals for the fair barbecue, days spent helping exhibitors at the Lakeside Fair and announcing at the Lakeside Fair auction, a testament to his community spirit. When the Lakeside Rodeo faced potential shutdown due to fire safety concerns and permit issues, Sam's proactive engagement with the fire marshal and the county of San Diego ensured the event's continuation, preserving a cherished local tradition. He is also an avid collector of historical tractors, preserving Lakeside's rich agricultural heritage. Even in retirement, Sam's dedication remains unwavering. As a dedicated member of the El Capitan Stadium Association, he continues to champion initiatives that benefit Lakeside's youth and community. Recognizing the value of involving local businesses and student activities, Sam launched a networking event Steak and Stein night. Who's been to that? I've been to that. A lot of people here have been to that. It's a good night. To foster stronger connections between the business community, the service organizations, and the world of rodeo. Sam Walker embodies the spirit of the Lakeside Citizen of the Year Award. His lifelong commitment to service, education, and community development has left an mark on Lakeside. We could not be more excited to award Sam Walker with this prestigious honor of our 2025 Harry J. Spence Citizen of the Year. So can we have State Senator Jones and Congressman Dice's reps up here?
Well, Sam, it's funny. I've never had the pleasure, and so going through your bio and listening to Frank speak as well, I'm quickly realizing that you've left an indelible stamp on this community. I mean, whether it's the Powerhouse FFA or the rodeo that the Congressman has attended countlessly, these are quintessential Lakeside things. So on behalf of the Congressman and the grateful staff as well and the grateful community, I want to present you first with this. This is a proclamation from the Congressman, so I'll hand you that. But I also want to present you with this. This is a flag flown within the nation's capital on July 4th this year. It comes with a certificate that certifies all of that, as well as a letter from the Congressman. Sam, Thank you on behalf of the Foundation for Infinite
Kyle? Very good. So I can't say that I've had, I might be mixing up my stories here, but I've had some meats from the LCAP program. So I'm guessing that was from your students. And it was the best that I had ever had, especially knowing that they were special prepared. So that's just a huge testament to your leadership and skills that you're handing on to the students. I wish I would have taken that class. I went to Steel Canyon, not LCAP, and they didn't have that. So now that I know. Hey, so you just know how sad it is for me. You can all feel bad for me that I didn't LCAP. So on behalf of, I'm going to give you the Assembly and the Senate one for your due recognition from both sides of the state of California. So congratulations and thank you for all of it.
What an honor it is to present to you. I remember meeting you at one of the State Sign events, and I was kind of in awe because I'd never been to an event before where someone's asking you for money without asking you for money. And Sam, I'm sitting there absolutely astonished because I'm going, I want to give him money. I didn't even ask me. I want to because of the direction and the belief you had in the program that you support for the kids at Lakeside and the youth of our community. And I'm so grateful for everything that you've done for us, for our community. So, and I'm proud to know you. And so my favorite part of these fantastic proclamations from the county, I will not read all of it to you, but I will read the last part. Whereas be it proclaimed that I, Joel Anderson, by virtue of the authority vested in me as Second District Supervisor for the County of San Diego, do hereby proclaim the 17th day of July 2025 as Sam Walker Day. So congratulations.
We've had a great time in Lakeside. My family has been in the East County. My great-grandfather settled the Willows up in Alpine in 1894, and we had a working farm up there. My grandfather came down to Santee in 1925, and I spent my years milking cows. We milked about 80 cows, and we farmed about 300 acres over there. And if you ever get down into the San Diego River bottom, if you ever walk the Walker Reserve Trail down there, that is our family. That's where our farm was in that. We were fortunate that we were able to work with the city of Santee in making that happen. El Capitan High School Agriculture Department has always been a top 20 program in the state of California. Very competitive against all the valley schools up there. They know where El Capitan is because we've been competitive. The teachers that have come in that have been running the program now, Jesse Mead and Tara Mead, they were students of ours. And it is amazing what they've done with their agribusiness and their presentations and with their meats program. I can't say enough about Daryl Priest with Diane Jacob. Daryl and I sat down probably about 8 or 9 years ago, and we had lost all of our cut and wrap facilities. Alpine Meats was gone, Owens was gone, all of these were gone. And I told Daryl, if we don't start training kids in the meat cutting business, we're going to be done. And Daryl, along with Diane Jacob, who was the supervisor in that time period, put together, and we put together this facility. Jesse has been able, and Jesse came out of UC Davis. He ran the meats program for UC Davis up there. And he flat out knows how to make stuff that really is good. I mean, his brats that he does are excellent. They're just really good. His meats teams have been winning the state. And Tara, with all of her developments, they've been winning the state, and they're going to the nationals. And they've been in the top 5 in the nation. This is El Capitan High School in Lakeside. That's how prestigious this program is in there. We're the only school outside of Chowchilla that has our own junior fair on campus. And all of these students, they get involved in that. That's huge. We have one of the largest farming programs in the state of California. One time when Donnie Dyer and I were in our prime, we were farming almost 900 acres. And Daryl was huge on this. One year we were using an old 1065 harrow bed, and it came out of the Imperial Valley. That's what stacks the hay. Because one year we made 24,000 bales of hay. That is a lot of hay. And Donnie was trying to drive this thing, and it was overheating, and he was pouring water into the radiator as he went. We were trying to get the hay stacked, and Daryl saw this, and he says, "You need better equipment." I said, "Yeah, but these harrow beds are expensive." And he said, "Well, see what you can find." And I said, "Okay, we found a 1095 state-of-the-art used harrow bed for $75,000. So I went to Daryl and I said, "Hey, Daryl, I found something for $75,000. He says, "Go get it, I'll write the check." And that's what really Changing gears with rodeo over here, I'd like to introduce people from rodeo that we have. Dick Ponce, if you'll stand. Come on, stand up. Dick Ponce is the chairman of the board. With that, Tim Clark, stand up. This is our treasurer, and Becky McBride, who's on the board. I want you to stand up there, and Terry, you stand up too. These are instrumental in what we do with rodeo. We had a gross of this last year of $800,000. Our after expenses, we were almost $400,000, and we give money away to kids. That's what we do. With El Capitan Stadium Association, you know why we're called that? It's because when El Cap was built in '59, they never built the stadium. All they had was a football field. And that group of parents got together in 1965, and Ben Bruton came in, and they took ground over on Channel Road, and they ran the very first rodeo. And from that, it blossomed out, and they built the bleachers, they put in the lights, everything was that way. When they were done, they continued on. Stadium Association paid for the swimming pool up there on the campus. I mean, it's just the amount of money that we give to kids, and we make that available for them. So there's a lot involved, and the thing is we're part of Lakeside, and I can't say enough about Kathy Castle, and she's here tonight. Kathy Castle, we've had such a good working relationship with her over the years. The Chamber's always been a big part of that. And I just can't tell you how important this community is, and the way that you people will rise up and help these things through. We talked about Steak and Stein, and that's just, when my wife and I got married, I became an Episcopalian. And all of a sudden they said, "Oh, we're having Steak and Stein." I said, "Well, what's that?" And they said, "Well, you go get your steak, we cook it, and we have Stein to go with it." And I said, "That's my kind of church, I like that. We can have some Stein in there." So we kind of started it as kind of a joke in there. I don't say joke, but basically it was, "Hey, come on in, we're going to have a Steak and Stein." And Jeff Suttles came in, and we barbecued up steaks. And this past year, when we started the Cattleman's Lounge, has everybody seen the Cattleman's Lounge out there? That Cattleman's Lounge was a $2 million project. That's a huge project. And with the generosity out of the county supervisor, we're down to where we only owe $225,000 on that. And that thing's just about paid for. But we brought in all of the people that we knew, and we did a Steak and Stein. We've had 120 people through there in 25 minutes. Jeff Suttles singed all the hair off of his arms turning those steaks over. And that was a great event in there. And that's what kicked off this Cattleman's Lounge in there. And the third floor is available for any of your functions that you want up there. You just need to get back over to our officers in there. It's a great place. It's a great event. And I probably better stop because I talked enough. Thank you very much for your work.